All right, welcome back. Emily is starting with the traditional yawn today, and we'll have a yawn counter on the screen.
I'm tired.
I know every time, whether it's morning or night, you are yawning the entire podcast. So anyway,
I am always tired.
we took a month off and Emily still is tired.
Dude, because I've got 2 kids, I don't sleep at night, and I'm going to school full time.
You slept last night?
I did sleep last night, but honestly, not even.
Because I drugged you.
Still woke up.
Anyway.
I have no idea what we're talking about. So I'm just like hoping and praying it's not something crazy that I don't want to talk about. You guys, 99% of the stuff on this podcast, I am not comfortable talking about.
Emily's not comfortable talking about anything. And you're welcome that I'm here because I kind of take her out of her comfort zone. Anyway, this week on the podcast, we are addressing the, I don't know what to call it, the big drowning. I don't know if that's the right way to call it.
Drowning?
Yeah.
Drowning.
So I'm talking about these videos of kids getting forced to drown, to be drown proofed. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Drown proofing kids? You know what I'm talking about.
Like swimming lessons?
Okay. Call it what you want. That's
oh my gosh, you're an idiot.
That's drown proofing kids. That's literally what it's called.
No, it's not.
Hold on. When it's like a 1-year-old.
Swimming lessons.
They're not teaching them how to swim. That's not teaching them how to swim. That's teaching them how to survive. That's teaching them not how to drown. That's not swimming. Swimming lessons is like, okay, put this arm in front of the other, you kick, and you put your other arm in front. That, totally fine. Give your kids swimming lessons. I'm talking about the videos of the people just throw a baby in the water.
You have literally done that.
But, okay, here's the other thing. So I did it with Shepard, but he's not freaking out. So when the videos, there was one video in particular that I watched where it was a woman puts the baby in the water, like rolls him around, and then he's like gasping for air and just like obviously can't breathe, right? Freaking out, obviously uncomfortable. She throws a wet rag over his face to simulate him getting clothes on his face or something on his face that he needs to clear. And the whole time the kid's like screaming and crying. That's what I'm like,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
If your kid, that's the same, okay, kind of the same thing with like kids getting haircuts. I feel the same way. So for example, like I go to a hair school, right? I go to a hair school. You guys, don't bring your freaking kids to a hair school. Don't bring your toddlers to a hair school to get their hair cut. We barely know how to cut an adult human's hair. We don't know. Stop.
People are bringing their kids to your school.
Yes. Yesterday, there was a screaming toddler, screaming, crying, throwing a fit, like sitting backwards in the chair, trying to crawl away. And like,
is it like someone's sibling?
Their parents are like holding them down while they're trying to get a haircut. Like, stop. Just let your kid not have a haircut. It's not a big deal.
Shepard, though. And it's mostly like he does really good.
It's different.
He does really good like the first 20 minutes and then he gets fussy. And then it's like, all right, we got to get this done.
No, this was different. This is like there's 20 blow dryers going on all at the same time, water being sprayed places and people talking, music, like, and these kids have freaking scissors next to their face. Like they're freaked out, they're scared, they're crying. And you're going to let a student.
How young though?
This kid was like 3. Like you're going to let a student who barely knows how to cut your hair, cut your child's hair.
Maybe
I'm just telling you right now, if you bring your kid to me, I'm not cutting their hair.
Okay, listen though. That I think is different. So your kid, like you have more freedom with how they look. That's why kids can walk around with mohawks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can cut your hair and have to wear beanies or whatever you were doing for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Because kids, their hair is malleable. It grows back quick. Nobody cares.
Malleable.
Is that the word?
I'm pretty sure that's when like you can bend metal.
It's manipulative. Like that's what I mean. Like it's you can do whatever you want with their hair. I think I used that word right.
I don't think so.
Chat, let me know if I use that word right.
Chat.
Anyway, so I also want to hear different thoughts on this swimming thing, because I feel like I'm alone on this. Drowning your kid, that's crazy to me. No?
It's a little excessive, like putting the towel over the face and stuff.
And like
I get,
flipping them upside down.
I get like training, like
especially
an older
when they can't
kid.
talk, like they can't consent.
Yeah.
The flip side is, okay, we own a pool at our house, and you know, in case he ever manages to get out there by himself and fall in while I'm not there, I want to know that he can survive. But okay, let's say you want to own a pet tiger. Are you going to have your child be mauled by a cat to simulate a tiger attacking him so that he can learn how to defend himself against that? Like, why are you putting your kid in a situation where they would have to even be prepared to defend themselves, to fight for their life? Because these kids are fighting for their lives. That's like what's scary to me. So with the haircut, it's like you're complaining about your hair being cut. You're going to live. You're fine. Right? Like you're actually fine. But to tell these kids that are like fighting for their lives, like actually life or death situation, to put them in that situation and be like, all right, little Jimmy, figure it out. Come on.
Yeah.
They do the little up, throw a rag on his face, waterboard him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like a way of getting away with child abuse. Like if I was a child abuser.
Yeah, it's like hard for me to watch stuff like that. Even though I know like it's supposed to be a good thing, right? But it's hard to watch.
I think it's wrong.
It's hard to watch. Like yesterday, like listening to that little kid scream, like I felt my mom heart was like, dude, get that kid out of the chair and give him a hug.
If they have half a haircut for a day, whatever.
Yeah.
Or even for a month.
But like your kid is going to be traumatized because you're holding him down.
And flipping that, like flipping. And specifically the ones that are like crying and clearly like, there's this one that specifically I was like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
That's the one that made me realize. The ones where they're like, they throw the baby in and then the baby's like, looks like it's kind of having fun. I mean, none of them really look like they're having fun, let's be honest. But some of them where they like figure it out and they're just not freaking out, like they're calm. I have less issue with that. But then you think about what did they have to go through to get there? And it's like, now you're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to our kids. What I did with Shepherd was I knew that they had that like breath holding reflex as babies, which, yeah, I think it's different. I think it's different like throwing your kid in water and letting them figure it out versus what I did was I held Shepherd in the pool. I like dunked him. I don't know if I blew on his face or I just like, I would move him forward.
Yeah.
He'd hold his breath. I'd dunk him in the water and then I'd bring him back up. And he wouldn't cry at all.
Yeah.
Like he would be holding his breath. He'd come back up and then he'd start breathing again. He's like, what just happened? I tried it with Phoebe. She freaked out, so I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Why is that allowed? That's child abuse. That's yeah. And they're just recording it and posting it. And
You're
it's
going to
like,
make a lot of parents mad for saying that.
No, let me know. Let me know why.
I think there's a right way to teach your babies.
Well, what else could you do? You could put up probably some kind of fence around your pool. You could make sure. I see the counter argument is like, oh, well, what if the things that you put in place
put the ladder
fail?
in your pool?
I think they're saying like, what if the things that you put in place to protect your kid fail for whatever reason? You forget to lock the gate or you forget to close the door. You forget to do this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. First world problems, huh? I don't know, maybe not.
Dude, I saw some really heartbreaking. I was watching Candace Owens this morning. Some freaking heartbreaking footage of like kids that are like, just like suffering from this war that's going on. And oh my gosh, they're like so malnourished. Like there's a 9-year-old kid that she was talking about who was healthy and now he can't walk because he's literally just bones. Literally just bones. Can't walk, he can't talk anymore. His brain's not functioning correctly because he's so malnourished. So sad. And then you see these little babies on ventilators and like they're just skin and bones. And I'm just like, if that was my child, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like how lucky we are to be American. And just randomly, like, what are the chances you're American? Not even 1 in 100, 1 in 200.
I wouldn't say not necessarily American, but just like
1 in 300.
to live in a first world country.
America specifically is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just breaks my heart seeing stuff like it's almost like I don't even want to see it. And then I feel bad for not wanting to see it,
Yeah, well, it's like, what can you do about it?
Exactly.
That's a whole
that's like what eats at me is like I want to help these kids, but how am I?
You're not meant to see that kind of a thing because you're so far separated from that physically that you're not meant to be able to see that because you can't do anything about it. Now, how do you feel about like homeless people or IMRs?
Oh my gosh, shut up.
In case you don't know what an IMR is.
Oh my gosh.
It's a new term I've made up. It stands for Intersection Mexicans with Roses. And if you don't know what that is, come to Colorado because we got them.
They're everywhere.
We got those IMRs, bro. So they're cool. One of them, one time I was at an intersection and there was a guy with flowers and there was a guy in a turn lane whose car broke down. And so I pulled I think I pulled next to this guy and he has jumper cables and he's like, can you help me jump my car? And then the IMR came over.
The IMR.
That's a good
okay.
Anyway, what else am I going to call? I don't know his name.
Yeah.
The flower guy came over. The IMR is better.
Yeah, the flower guy.
The IMR came over and he helped jump the car. And I'm not saying IMR is a slur, okay?
No.
It's literally just it's like a Girl Scouts at grocery stores.
Yeah.
GS at GS. You know what I'm saying? GS.
Okay.
Yes. That's how Mexicans say yes.
Stop. Stop. Okay.
Yes. Home Depot. Walmart. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So they're nice people. I've bought flowers from them before when I have money.
You didn't finish the story about the guy coming over to help.
Yeah, he helped. Well, he just helped start the car.
That's it.
And then he was like, hey, you want to buy some flowers? And I was like, I don't have any money. And then I went on my day.
Yeah.
But when I do see them, sometimes I.
Well, where was that going?
Okay. So that's what an IMR is. Something that happened recently was Valentine's Day. And I posted on Facebook. I said, hey, where are the IMRs at? And I explained what those were. And like 80 people commented with intersections that these guys were at. So don't be thinking that I'm making this up. This is a legit thing. And so they're actually out, and I'm sure they were extra out on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, where are all these guys at? And they're like, oh yeah, this intersection. A lot of people thought it was funny that I even asked it that way.
Yeah.
And then I screenshotted it with the like 75 comments that it had, and I posted it again. And I was like, In other news, I've reported all these intersections and we caught 75 illegal immigrants.
Freaking idiot.
I'm so funny. Obviously, I didn't actually report all these intersections. Like, I have no idea if these people are illegal or not. It was just a joke, a reference to what's going on in the cultural moment. Okay. Are some of them illegal? Probably.
Oh my God.
But are all of them? Probably not, you know? And what's funny is like, so everyone's seeing me post this, right? And it was in a Facebook group specifically for the 719 area code, which is where we live. Stalkers. Yeah, a lot of people got upset at me. I don't know where I was going to go with that.
I don't remember how that conversation even started.
I said
something in IMRs. I don't remember.
Anyways, I'm trying to get it to catch on. Maybe GS can catch on too. Girl Scouts double GS.
GS squared.
Jess and Jess. No. That one's not working out. It seems it works out if in writing. GS at GS. Girl Scouts at grocery stores. But saying it out loud doesn't make sense.
Gosh, I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about drowning kids.
Yeah.
And then, you said you felt bad for people, skinny kids. And then
skinny kids, starving kids.
All right. Me too, for the record. # me too. What else?
You said we're lucky to be American or something.
I said we're
like
lucky to be American. You said, well, we could be any first world country. I said, no, but America specifically. And then, anyways, wherever it goes, bruh.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, I didn't even turn on your lights. Your lights are off.
It's okay.
Hold on. I'm going to do it. How we got to start over?
No.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I went through all the trouble to find those lights. I got mine on. I got a whole bunch of different lights, guys. Yeah, next topic.
Did you know that they found out who Jack the Ripper was?
I don't even know who Jack the Ripper is.
Jack the Ripper was the serial killer in the 1700s, I think the 1700s. And like he would kill
Is he still around?
Kill people 1700s, do the math. Okay. Anyway, he would like kill people and his slices and cuts were so precise that everyone like thought he was a doctor. But no one.
Hold on. His slices and cuts were so precise. What are you talking about?
When he killed his victims.
So he'd like come up and Zorro someone? Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know the specifics, Carlos. I wasn't there.
Or like he would dissect people after he killed them.
I don't know, actually. I think he like cut their heads off.
His slices were so precise. Like he comes up to someone and he's like, huzzah.
Wait, I think he chopped their heads off. Hold on, let me see.
Whoa. And they thought he was a doctor because he chopped people's heads off. I think he was a ninja or something. No, ninjas aren't real.
Jack the Ripper killed Elizabeth Stride by cutting her throat in a courtyard on Burner Street in London on September 30th, 1888. So it was 1800.
He what? What did he slit her throat, you said?
He slit her throat. So he would like slit their throats,
a random
probably
person?
cut their heads off.
Like a random.
He murdered.
That's what a serial killer is, right? It's
I think he murdered a lot of people.
A serial killer is someone who just kills random people. Opposed
to
a
serial killer is somebody who kills multiple people.
Yeah, but random people, like unrelated. A murderer is someone who kills someone intentionally, right? Is that the difference?
I don't know.
And then there's stranglers.
Okay, Jack the Ripper killed 11 people.
Can you imagine killing someone?
So
Pretty crazy.
no. Anyway, Jack the Ripper killed 11 people. They could not figure out who this guy was. They thought because his slices were so precise, they thought he was a
You
doctor.
even did the Zorro thing there.
They thought he was a doctor. Anyway, for hundreds of years, like 200 years, they could not figure out who he was. But they found out who he was, and he was a barber. He was a barber.
So Sweeney Todd kind of situation.
Yeah, dude. For real. He was a freaking barber. And he just like went on and lived his life. He's like, yeah, hope they catch that Jack the Ripper guy.
Why Jack the Ripper?
His name was Aaron.
Yeah, dude, if I was named Aaron, I'd freaking want to be called Jack the Ripper too, okay? Aaron.
That was my father's name, so.
Oh, shit. Take it back.
Anyway, yeah, they
Maybe
found
your
out
dad
who
is
he
Jack the
was
Ripper.
after. And do you know guess how they found out who he was?
His grandson told on him.
There was a scarf that belonged, I think, to one of the victims, and it had his blood on it. And so they did all these hundreds of years later, they did DNA tests, and they like traced it back to his family members.
Dang, dude. They give him the death penalty. They give him the death penalty or what?
Dude, he died.
They prosecute him?
He died 20 years after he stopped killing people. He was only like, and he started killing people when he's 24. So he was only in his 40s when he died.
Killing people that's crazy, dude. That's
crazy. Wait, no, he's in his 60s. I think maybe he died 40 years after. I don't know. But
So they caught him, huh?
Yeah. Found out who he was.
Aaron.
Just kind of crazy.
Damn it, Aaron. Imagine. Oh, yeah. That doesn't matter at all. I was going to say, imagine if you knew him, but if it was 300 years ago.
Yeah.
No one knew him.
Don't you wish you were alive 300 years ago, 200 years ago?
No.
Why?
Dude, we have it so nice right now. Look around us, dude. It's just snowed today and we didn't feel any of it.
But dude, I don't like this.
But dude. You just asked me to go get you a bottle of soda and some sour candy that didn't exist 300 years ago.
But dude.
Actually, I don't know if it did.
Dude. No. I wish we lived in a time with no electricity.
Yeah, right, dude.
No, I really do.
Look how bad your toes are right now. Imagine your toes.
Wow.
When you couldn't have custom shoes or
I don't have custom shoes.
Yeah, you got those wide foot shoes.
No, I don't.
Dang. Anyway, I just mean like you can pick the size of your shoe. Right?
I'm sure they could pick the size of their shoe back then.
No, I think they made them themselves out of toilet paper.
Cobblers. I need to go see the cobbler.
No, they had shoemakers.
Cobbler.
Shoemaker. Cobbler is a food.
No. Shoemakers are called cobblers. You ever seen the Adam Sandler movie, Cobbler?
Have you ever met anyone with the last name Cobbler? No. Have you met someone with the last name Shoemaker? Yes. They're called shoemakers.
One person.
Yeah. I think I know two. Yeah. Shoemaker.
Cobbler.
Chat, let us know if it's shoemaker or cobbler. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you guys. Thank you for checking.
Really? I didn't know that.
So yeah, we do have some people who could respond. I know you're watching this. I see you. I see you watching this. You better let me know right now if you drown your kids or not. Or not. So anyway, imagine how bad your feet would be.
That's what I say. I want to live in the 1800s. You say, imagine your feet.
Well, I'm just thinking like, what are the issues that we face today? And then how much would that be exaggerated by?
I think I would be happier.
Dude, you can barely see right now. They didn't have glasses.
Do you know why I can't see?
They had monocles.
Because of these damn glasses. Because these damn glasses are making my eyes weaker and weaker because I depend on them.
And
so
your
I
phone.
use my eyeballs less.
I will say there's something about like the no social media, no news, like just
Yeah.
focusing on your immediate surroundings, knowing people, those relationships. I feel like the relationships were better.
Yes.
Today, it's like
The fashion, I'm telling you right now, the fashion was better. I cannot tell you
corsets.
how sick I am of seeing freaking.
I'll buy you a corset.
No, stop. This is like,
You
this
talk
is
about
for
fashion.
real.
You're wearing sweatpants and leggings right now.
For real. I can't tell you how sick and tired I am of minding my own business, walking down the street, and I can see 90% of your body. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. And
I don't want to see I don't want to see it. I don't want to see your
Especially-
stomach. I don't want to see your booty cheeks popping out of your shorts. I don't want to see your titties,
Hang on.
okay? I
Especially-
don't want to see it.
especially when you're a black guy.
What? Huh?
Remember that black guy we saw at King Supers and he was in like a pink dress? And you said, "Oh my God, they're real." Or something. You said something like that.
I did not say that.
You said, "Oh my God."
No, I did
Yeah,
not
I think
say
you
that.
said you're like, I thought that was fake or something, you know? It was like a black trans dude.
That has nothing to do. I don't care what color you are, if you're trans or not. I
I
don't
don't-
want to see your butt cheeks.
I don't care either.
Sorry.
That point wasn't like, oh, if you're a white trans dude, it's fine. I want to see your
But
butt
you said
cheeks.
especially. No.
That was
No,
just a reference
I
to
just
the.
like, and
guy we
that's like
saw.
normal. And I'm not crapping on you if you wear that, whatever. But like personally, I don't want to see it. You know, like I just.
Yeah, like everyone. Well, I think here's the thing too: is like everyone can communicate who they are through their clothing and through. Like we have so much time on our hands.
Listen, I'm all for a cute outfit. I love wearing a cute outfit. I usually do not dress like this for school. I dress up usually.
Yeah, she's cute.
But come on, guys. Modesty is dead
That
today.
is that's
Modesty is dead, and I actually hate it.
Yeah, that's one thing that you're consistent with. You don't like.
I do not show off my body.
Yeah.
I don't like to show off the shape of my body. I don't
Yeah.
like to show off my skin. Like I just don't. I prefer not to.
And that's not even like post being a mom or anything. That's not like an insecurity
I've always
thing.
been like that.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
before you were a mom, you were even like
Mm-hmm.
no V-necks or whatever.
Yeah.
You thought it's trashy.
Not trashy. I mean, it can look good on other people. I just don't prefer it.
Hmm.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Like, I think there's a time and place when you can be dressing, you know, scandalous, if you will. And there's a time and place when you're walking down the street and you're in public and there's other people around you. It's just, I think, respectful to not dress provocative.
Speaking of,
And I don't want my kids to see that. Sorry, I don't want my kids to see your butt cheeks or your titties either. Okay? Sorry, I don't want them to see that.
I can't help it. I have a big butt and I'm kind of fat, so I can't help my moobies. Dang it, dude! I was going somewhere. I was taking your momentum. What were you saying? And I was saying, speaking of,
I said there's a time and place. What?
you guys missed because we didn't record the podcast for 4 weeks or however long. My goodness, it's
Yeah.
Emily's fault, 100%. Can we just say that? Can we just come out and say? That was a yes. And that's also counting as a yawn. So Emily, I'll be like, hey, you ready for the podcast? She's like, and I say, all right, I'm not going to force you to do it. I'm not going to sit with the co-host that doesn't want to be there. Look at her yawning again.
I'm tired.
No, she's not. Anyway, you missed her pink hair. Emily dyed her pink hair or her hair pink. Gosh, I got my words dyslexic today. I got verbal dyslexia today.
Yep, I had pink hair for a while, for like 3 weeks.
Yep. She dyed
It
her
was
hair pink.
cool.
She was like, she came home and she's like, I'm dyeing my hair purple. Turned out pink. It was close to purple. Maybe
It was
throw up. Do you have
magenta.
any photos?
Yeah.
I can put up a photo.
Put up some pictures.
Anyway, and then she was all self-conscious for a little bit about people looking at her in public or whatever. We went to church and she thought the people were looking at her and I was like, hey, you can dye my hair pink. And she was like, okay. And just never did. So I still got all natural, baby. Hair check, hair update.
I don't think it would have shown up on your hair anyway.
Is this going to be
it's so dark?
This is going to be a weekly thing. Because yes, we're doing the podcast weekly. I said that last time. Maybe I should. It didn't work last time.
Oh.
Reverse psychology. We're doing the podcast once a year.
Your hair is so long. Oh my gosh.
We're going to do the podcast once a year, everybody. So keep those notifications on. Because when they come out, they're good. And we talk about drowning babies. So yeah. Hair update. How long do you think that is? That's at least 8 inches.
I would say 6.
That's like 12 inches right there.
6 inches.
That's like 18 inches.
I say 6.
You're telling me that this is 6 inches?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I'm going to cut it though soon.
Yeah, look at.
Yeah, you need that cut.
Chat, clip that.
He needs that cut, but I haven't learned how to do men's cuts yet.
It's easy.
It's easy.
Bald. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario.
Lord, no.
If you're not watching video, hang on. Is that giving the optical illusion that I'm bald?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or man bun.
No man bun. No.
Chat, let me know if you guys think I should keep growing out my hair.
Stop saying chat.
I'm playing too much video games, huh?
I'm pretty sure that's like number 10.
What?
Yawn.
Oh, yeah. Yawn counter.
I'm tired, dude.
Kids are yelling at their grandmother.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this is a average length episode, maybe on the short side.
Yeah.
We will be back.
It's
with
been
weekly
really
updates.
busy. It's been so busy and crazy the last few weeks.
Emily just has been
a
nonstop homework.
Every
Go to
single
school.
day, yeah.
Come back, feed Shepherd, homework, eat dinner, go to bed.
Yeah.
We might be getting back into the military because, as most of you know, we were kicked out for refusing the COVID vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
So we might be getting back as Trump signed the executive order to let us back with back pay. So, or I say we, but I just mean me.
I can't if I wanted to.
So it'd be cool if they just gave us a check. Anyway.
Yeah, Mr. President.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. He does not listen.
Imagine if he followed us. That would be so cool.
Yeah, he just comments. He's like, I love your guys' podcast.
Anyway, I'm thinking we should make a video addressed to Mr. Donald President. Donald. Do you see how tired I am?
I'll make the video. Mr. Donald President, I've come to bargain.
I'm so tired. Mr. Donald President.
Yeah, so look out for that update. I might be getting back in the military if they give us money.
Yeah.
Because that'd be a big check. 3 years of back pay.
Woo-wee.
But then I'd have to be in the military as things kind of seem to be escalating on the global stage. Which, is it worth fighting a war for $100,000 or whatever it's going to be?
Yeah.
Probably not. Although that might be a cool way to go.
Which, pause, because I think it's kind of ridiculous that they're like, you can get back pay if you get back in.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me because I'm going to get back pay. I'm going to go back in and then continue to get paid for the job, for the new contract that I have to sign. So how about you just don't make me sign a new contract and you give me back pay for the years that were taken away from me? Picking up what I'm putting down?
Mm-mm. Oh, you're saying it's going to cost the same amount?
No, I'm saying they took years of our contract away from us. And they're saying, if you get back in, we'll give those years back to you in money, but you have to sign a new contract.
But I might be able to sign a short contract with the reserves.
But I'm saying what is fair is for them to be like, yeah, we messed up.
It's not a fair apology.
Let me pay you for the years that I took from you. And then since you have already moved on with your life, because mind you, listen, people, we have moved on from the military. The military for us is like dead and gone. We've put it in the past. It's behind us. We've created new lives. Carlos has a new job, a new career that he loves. I'm starting a new career. We have 2 kids. We moved across the country. Like, we don't want to go back in. So what would be right and fair is to give us the back pay we deserve for the years that were taken away from us wrongfully.
Yeah, that's one way of seeing it. I think that's a fair way of seeing it.
I don't want to put my entire life on pause yet again for the military that bullied me out. Me out. Not only did they kick me out 3 months postpartum because I personally refused the vaccine while I was pregnant. I went on postpartum. The day I got back, they gave me a letter and they said, you have 5 days, get off base. Mm-hmm. Find a job, find a place to live.
No, we don't.
In
they
5
don't care
days.
About that. They don't care about that.
But
they don't care about you finding a job or finding a place. It's just get off base. That's it.
Well, that's implied,
no,
right?
No, they don't care. They do not care.
No,
if
it's
you
implied
find a job.
because they say 5 days to get off base.
5 days.
I have a 3-month-old baby.
Yeah.
Okay. In 5 days, I get off base, and then what? I have no place to live. I have no job. So I have to go and do all that and find all that in 5 days. Okay.
I'm just saying that it's a straight up kicking out. It's not like, hey, go over to that place. It's like, we
were not coddled on the way out. It was a hard push out. They bullied me out. They told me I was going to be I had nurses telling me I was going to be a terrible mother because I didn't get the vaccination. It was terrible the way that we were treated on the way out. We don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to a military that treated me like that. Like, that part of that is like good riddance.
Period.
Money, please.
Money.
No,
money,
but seriously.
You already got your money, please. So the way I see it as a man, this might just be a difference in our thinking. I made a decision to leave the military. They said they were going to kick me out. They did. I accepted that. I left. That was it. They don't owe me anything. If they want to do something, if they want to apologize and do something for me that says, I'm sorry, you don't do that by saying, I'm going to apologize, but there's a contingency. You need to do this in order to receive my apology. You know?
I think it feels different for me because my circumstance was different.
For me, I'm not owed anything. They said, I'm going to kick you out. If you refuse this vaccine, we will kick you out. And I said, okay, I'm fine with that. So they said, we're going to do this. I said, okay. I was kicked out. I'm not owed anything. That's the way I see it. If they want, I think, is that just? No. Was it right for them to kick me out? No, I don't think it was right for them to kick anyone out. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I made that decision. I'm not owed anything.
I think we are.
For me, the result right now is 0. If they want to make it up to me if they feel like they screwed me over, which arguably they did. I mean, we ended up being successful anyway, so whatever, screw them. But if they feel like, you know what we did was wrong, let's make it up to you. You don't say, let's make it up to you by saying, come back and then we'll make it up to you.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like
I don't want to freaking go back to a military that treated me like garbage.
Yeah. It's like you're working at a place and they're treating you terrible. And then they fire you. And then they say, hey, we'll give you a pay raise. It's like, you fired me. I was mistreated there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, we'll say sorry if you take the job back and give you a pay raise. Like, no. Because in order for it to be sincere apology, you should be getting nothing out of it. If you want to apologize to me, you should be giving that to me. It shouldn't be you saying, let me take something from you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but.
I'm sorry if.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It really is.
I'm sorry if you come back. It feels,
and I'm sorry, like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but that feels like a slap in the face. To be like, hey, they're dangling $100,000 in front of you, and they're saying, hey, come and get it. Come and get it. Oh, just sign this first. Sign this first, and then you can have it. Like, that's messed up.
Yeah. But maybe there's a way for me to be like, hey, what I'm signing, bare minimum. 1 year in the reserves. You get pregnant. We have a baby. I take 3 of those months off. And then.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of cool.
But even then, like, I can't get back in if I wanted to because of my disability rating.
Yeah.
I still think I deserve that back pay.
Or, yeah. I have an issue with deserve, but.
No, I think I do.
Because saying like I deserve an apology.
And here's the thing is because
think about this.
My command told me that they weren't sure if I was going to get kicked out. And
no,
I said,
we all knew.
I said,
I got kicked out before you.
But they were not, my command specifically did not like make any decisions at that time. So they told me, okay, you don't have to get the vaccine while you're pregnant. And I said, okay, cool. Then they said,
right, you were exempt for
up until I gave birth.
Yeah.
And then I refused the vaccine right after I gave birth.
And then they said
because I was breastfeeding. And then
they said you have 3 months to breastfeed. And
then I went on maternity leave. And as soon as I got back, they said, okay, here.
We literally threw away like half of our stuff because we
just couldn't take it.
We didn't have time to pack any of it.
Yeah. But and then the other thing is they said, okay, well, you probably won't get kicked out if you get a religious exemption. So I spent weeks creating and writing out a religious exemption, and it came back from the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Came back 24 hours later, signed no. You're kidding me.
Well,
like they had it ready to just hand out declines.
Yeah. The way I see it, if someone says, hey, I'm going to slap you across the face, and then you say, okay, go ahead. Then they slap you. And then you look at them and you say, you owe me an apology. You owe me an apology. It's like, you said it was okay. That's kind of how I see it. And to look at that person after you just gave them consent. Again,
but
it's
I didn't. I kept saying no. I kept saying, can I please not do it while I'm pregnant? Can I please not do it while I'm breastfeeding? Can you please give me time? Give me time. If they would have given me fucking time like I asked, if they would have given me time like I asked for, I would have never gotten kicked out because they took it back. If they would have said, okay, yeah, while you're breastfeeding, I guess you don't have to get it. I breastfed for a year. I wouldn't have gotten kicked out. I would have been able to finish my contract.
You would have had another couple of years, but I
What
see
do
what
you
you're
mean?
saying.
Like they took back the mandate.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, they took back the
That was
mandate.
2023.
And so if they would have just done me a freaking favor, or just like treated me like a human being, like a new mom, and said, yeah, while you're breastfeeding, I guess you don't have to get it.
Dude, our life was crazy for that year. I'm glad we made it.
Oh
to
my
the other
gosh. No, me too.
If you want to hear the full story, let us know. We will do a whole podcast on everything that happened.
And I'm also convinced that like my postpartum
Timeline of events.
depression that year, you guys, was so crazy terrible. And I'm convinced that a huge major part of that was because the Marine Corps kicked us out. And it like for that year, our lives felt like it was ruined. It felt like our lives were ruined.
For you.
For me. Yeah. I literally could not see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. Like it was terrible.
Yeah. I mean, you were the one to find a job first when we got, anyway,
we'll make a whole story time.
Yeah. We'll do a story time getting kicked out of the military. We kind of did that already, right? That was like one of our first episodes.
Yeah, but we didn't have a following. So it didn't get views.
All right. We can talk about it again.
Yeah.
I need to buy new boots because look, these are my Sunday boots now. Holes, I patched these already. Look at the bottom. Wait, maybe not that one.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, look at dude, I wear these boots. I wear these daily though. And I like the owner. And I feel like if the same thing happens where the stitching is falling apart, he'll send me another pair. Anyway, Indy Ridge, shout out. Motorcycle boots with ankle protection and a little bit of toe protection. But they also just stylish. Get that in the shot. All right, guys, love you. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for listening to the podcast. There's a shot of Emily's feet.
Don't look at my feet.
Dang, it's just out of shot. You have to subscribe to our...
Oh my gosh, stop. Foot Finder.
Yeah, Emily's on Foot Finder. No,
but I heard they make lots of money doing that.
Yeah.
Well, that's too weird for me.
Well, I do it, and I have really nice feet. So, chat, let me know if you want to see my feet. Anyway.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Peace.